Brigadoon, a timeless story with beautiful music, is coming to the Broadway Palm Dinner Theater, and we are lucky enough to have a couple of cast members joining us today. And when I say a couple, well, they really are a couple. Jason Fleck plays Tommy, and Jeannie Shubitz, you play Fiona. Welcome to Sonoran Living.
Thanks so much.
Good to be here.
Okay, did you guys meet on while you were doing Brigadoon, or did you meet somewhere
Well, not during Brigadoon. We met, we've just been doing this for about a month now.
Okay.
But we met about 8 years ago, actually, doing a show at the Broadway Palm, a show called Showboat.
Okay.
They hired me in from New York. Jeannie was finishing her graduate degree at Arizona State.
I love it.
And that's where we met.
And now you get to be a couple in the play itself, the musical.
Exactly.
Okay, so, I mean, I've heard of Brigadoon, but I couldn't tell you what it's about. So why don't you go ahead and tell us, Jeannie?
All right. It's kind of a fairy tale or fable of sorts. It's about a town in Scotland that only appears once every 100 years. So every 100 years that passes in the real world is only one day in Brigadoon.
Okay.
So, and then Tommy, who is the character played by Jason, is out on a hunting trip with a friend of his, and they happen into the town on the one day that the town is there, and he meets Fiona, and of course, they fall in love in a day.
Through the magic of musical theater, they fall in love in one day.
Are you guys like this at home, too? Like, do you talk to her like that?
Yes, just like that all the time.
Yeah.
Can you say, honey, do the dishes, just like that?
Exactly.
So is it obvious? It's a romance, obviously?
It is. It is a very quietly beautiful story. It is not a big raucous kind of show, but it is really beautiful, and some beautiful music. And the story itself is the fact of, you know, they meet, and then they're kind of torn apart by the fact that he can only be there for one day and he has to leave at the end of the day. But then there is
Okay, don't tell me the ending.
music theater
Don't tell me
magic
the
that we
ending.
will not reveal.
Broadway Palm Dinner Theater, one of my favorite places. I mean, really. And you guys have been you performed there for 8 years, off and on?
Well, off and on, yeah.
What do you love about it? Go ahead. And I want to try to bring more people to come out
absolutely.
there, 'cause I just love it.
It's, I don't know.
What's a misconception, you think?
The misconception, the biggest misconception, is that dinner theater is somehow lesser theater.
It's like cheesy.
Yeah.
Right?
Which maybe there was a time when it was like that, but now the production values are much higher. The casts are really good that they assemble for these. It's really, you're going to see the same production values, the same sort of cast performance that you get if you go to any other more legitimate theater. Just because they happen to serve dinner beforehand does not mean that the performance is going to be any lesser.
That it's in Mesa. I mean, they're not getting just like community theater people. I mean, you guys have degrees, and this is what you do for a living. And so many of them come from New York, and they look all over the world for great people.
That's right. Every single person on that stage is a professional, and somebody that is how they make their living as an actor. It's not, you know, there's great community theater in Arizona, but there's also, you know, great professional theater, and this is one of the professional theaters.
Well, I am excited to hear you guys sing, and especially when you look into your eyes, I know it's going to be real, so I'm going to be watching for that. So I'm going to step away, and you can do your lovely song.
Okay.
Great, thank you.
Maybe the sun gave me the power, for I could swim Loch Lomond and be home in half an hour. Maybe the air gave me the drive, for I'm all aglow and alive. What a day this has been, what a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. There's a smile on my face for the whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. Oh, the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I could swear I was falling. I could swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love. When we walked up the brae,
Not a word did we say. It was almost like being in love. But your arm linked in mine made the world kind of fine.
it was almost like being in love.
All the music of life seems to be
like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal,
I would swear I was falling.
I could swear I was falling. It's almost like being
My goodness. Okay, that is not like a community theater thing right there. I mean, wow. I cannot wait to come and see Brigadoon, and we want to get everyone else to do it. You guys are great together.
Well, thank you.
You guys should get together and talk.
I wish.
Yeah. Brigadoon runs through February 11th at 2012. It sounds like the perfect pre-Valentine's Day.
Absolutely.
It absolutely is. And Wednesday evening, there's special pricing, $39 for dinner and a show. Hey, that's tonight, Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's Thursday.
No,
It's next Wednesday. Okay. The Broadway Palm Dinner Theater, they are located right there at Higley and Brown, 5247 East Brown. The number 480-325-6700, and you can find them online at BroadwayPalmWest.com. You will definitely see me there. Thank you guys so much.
Excellent. Thank you so much.